Hey there, and welcome back to the Legally Legit podcast. This episode is going to be a shorty episode, and it's more of just a pump up CEO mindset, mompreneur mindset episode. So, I'm going to start off with a story that my friend Michelle Gifford shared on Instagram this week that really truly just stopped me in my tracks and stopped me scrolling. I stopped, I listened to it again, and it was just on Instagram stories. And what happened was every so often she will go on, I think once a week or every couple weeks, and she says like, I want to treat you guys, so her audience, to lunch. Send me your Venmo. And then she'll send someone like $25 and tell them, go grab yourself lunch. It's on me today. And the wild thing is that this time in particular, it really stopped her in her tracks. And that's because everyone that she had sent lunch to ended up sending her voice notes back or like a long, heartfelt thank you messages. And that kind of response in return meant a lot to her, but it meant more to these other people. And in those responses, they were saying things like, it's not really about the dollar amount, like the $25. It's just about being seen. They were saying it's a good reminder that you're not alone out there. And for her, she was just taken aback by how many people just needed help right now, just needed to feel like we are all entrepreneurs in this. We are climbing this mountain of business in life together. We have personal struggles going on. And then Michelle ended her Instagram story by saying, don't forget that you're not carrying this all by yourself. We are all trying to climb up a mountain together in business and in life, and it's hard. Like sometimes life is just so hard, and that's what she was getting from her responses is this is like the most I've ever needed to just feel like I'm getting a win. I definitely want to go have lunch for myself on you. Thank you so much. And just talking about their life struggles in their response to her. So all of this hit me really hard. And I feel like we're constantly trying to do the opposite of pushing away the messy, the hard seasons. Like when life knocks you down and you're in the middle of a mess, you should just compartmentalize and move on. And I am truly someone who does that a lot. And I'm trying to get a lot better at understanding that personal life and business life can coincide together. And then you add in parenthood on top of that. And of course, it's messy, but you still have to run a business in the middle of the mess. And so that's what this episode is. And I hope you kind of enjoy my candid take and point of view and thoughts on this Instagram story that Michelle posted. And if you guys don't follow her, go follow her. She's Michelle Gifford on Instagram. Okay, let's get into the meat of this episode. Hey there, I'm Paige Griffith, your host, an attorney for small business owners, and the founder of The Legal Page. I help online businesses and creatives get legally legit in no time. In this podcast, I break down and simplify legal talk while providing practical business guidance every step of the way. With over a decade of experience in both entrepreneurship and the law, think of me as your go-to legal resource, here to tackle all those what-if scenarios so that you can focus on what you do best, growing your business. As a gentle reminder and disclaimer, I am an attorney, but I am not your attorney, so be sure to seek legal counsel for personalized advice. Welcome to the Legally Legit podcast. So here's what we don't say loud enough. Everybody, and I mean everybody, is going through stuff. Like stuff, you know? And some of it you can see, some of it you can't. I would probably liken that to most of it you can't. And as entrepreneurs, it feels even more heavy because the expectation is that you keep showing up. You have to. You have to keep serving. You have to keep producing. You have to keep putting out content. no matter what's going on behind the scenes of your actual life. So even when your personal life feels like it's on fire, you still just have to like completely put it out with water. Doesn't matter how hot it's burning, and go back to business. Listen, I am not talking from a distance here. I have been there. I feel like I'm kind of crawling out of a big personal thing that happened this summer, and just a lot of burnout and weird stuff going on in my family life. I have had weeks recently where the overwhelm was so crushing. Not only was things going on in my brain and I was feeling the weight of all of it, but my kids needed me every single morning when I woke up. My husband needed me. There was family stuff happening, grief I didn't expect, literal storms blowing through my world, and metaphorical ones too. Like we were having storms here in Montana, and also we in living through storms and trying to make it to your next destination, but also just storms in business and what's going on with AI, and everything's changing, and things are changing in the wedding and event industry and photography world. And then yet at the same time, if you go back to just business, I felt like our customers needed us, my clients at the law firm still needed me, and contracts and brand protection. Launches for TLP were still on the calendar. My business didn't stop just because life felt heavy. I like to picture it like this. You are running a business, and I feel like the business, imagine it being like a 20-pound backpack. I was going to say pack because that's what my son says every day. Give me my backpack before we go to preschool. Anyway, the business that you have, if you just have one, that's fine. 20-pound backpack. If you have two, 35 pounds. Not quite 40, because I feel like it's less to juggle when you have more than one. But anyway, 20-pound backpack is your business. It's always there, right? It's always there. It's kind of that millennial, I'm going to have a weighted vest and always walk with it now. It's like the new thing, cool thing to do. Well, when you're a business owner, you always have a 20-pound backpack on your back. And then life kind of starts tossing rocks into it. Marriage struggles, kids' needs, health scares, financial stress, grief, family stuff, one after another. That weight then adds up. Even if it's a couple pounds here and a couple pounds there, I hike and I go backpacking here in Montana. I don't want to be hiking with a 40, 50-pound backpack. I'd rather do 20 to 30 pounds. And so, of course, you can deal with some life rocks being tossed into your backpack that's already weighted down with 20 pounds from your business. So the really like hard truth of this is we don't get to set that backpack down. You have to keep climbing the mountain with it strapped on really, really tight. My hope, though, in all of this, and kind of my plea to all of you, is that you can ask for someone to carry one of those rocks for you, even just for a little while, or someone to help you with that 20-pound business weight that's constantly in your backpack. And when life continually throws a bunch of rocks into your backpack, it's all about figuring out how to take some of those little rocks out so that you're just constantly dealing with like a 20 to 30-pound backpack. Okay. And that's what Michelle's kind of $20 lunch gesture was truly all about, and what came to fruition with it. I don't think she meant for it to come to a place like that. It wasn't about the money. It was truly about her just saying, hey, let me carry this one rock for you today. Let me get you lunch. Have a moment to yourself. Take a step back from business. Or if the $20 to $25 is a lot for lunch, let me get this for you. And the ripple effect of that simple kindness that she showed on Instagram to her audience, she wasn't asking for them to jump into a free webinar or, hey, I've got a free freebie, give me your email. Like, she wasn't doing any of that. She was just being a kind human. And I can attest that Michelle is one of the kindest humans that I've ever met. So that's kind of my backpack analogy. And I just want you, hopefully that hits you in some way, shape, or form, and that you can utilize that maybe when the next big, 5 or 10 pound rock kind of comes crushing onto the backpack that you're already carrying. So let's talk about what this actually looks when life is so heavy and you've still got a business to run, because I do that every single day. I have two businesses. I'm about to have three. I've had up to four or five at any given time. I'm kind of an entrepreneur at heart, but I just truly, it's not even an entrepreneur. I just love running businesses. I'd rather not work for the man. I'd rather work for myself. I like being a leader and a manager and all of that. So, here are a few things that have helped me and kind of my best tips for you as a business owner going through hard stuff. My number one thing is just to simplify. I like to go with these three non-negotiables that absolutely must get done that day. And sometimes people put this into like, what can you get done every week? And I don't like that. I'm one of those people that needs to go to bed at night being like, I got a few things checked off my list and that is good enough. So do those three non negotiables that day and drop the rest. You got to give yourself permission to let the rest go. Now, when I'm saying three non negotiables, I'm talking about business here. You can add on to that if you want to add on like a little, like one or two little personal things or house things. That's great if you want to add that on. But if you are getting three things done in your business every single day and at least doing some of the bigger things that only you can do, it helps take that weight off for feeling like I'm going through so much, I can't get anything done at work. Yeah, you might not be able to get the big things done. Maybe you're not up for recording content or sitting down and writing email newsletters because you're just not in that awesome, happy mindset. But are there other things that you can do in your business? Three non-negotiables, okay? The other thing that I just want to point out here, I mean, this is the Legally Legit podcast. So there's a lot of times when there's so many emotions running high and you have other stuff going on in your personal life. I see this all the time in the legal page community where they don't lean on contracts enough. So you have, I'm sure as a business owner, clear clauses in place, right? Payment deadlines, rescheduling policies, cancellation terms. And what I like to say here is your contract can run interference for you. So you don't have to negotiate when you're already drained personally. And like people but someone just posted the other day and it was this huge long-winded post where there was something going on with their client and they didn't know how to respond, but then they brought in all this other family stuff and personal stuff that was going on and financial stuff and they couldn't get a refund. And at the end of the day, like me and my team are just saying like, what does your contract say? Let it run interference for you. Let it be the deciding factor. Your clients have already signed. So definitely try to do that as a business owner if you can. The other thing that kind of goes hand in hand with this is communicating really honestly. You don't have to overshare. I don't love oversharing as a business owner. You can just be really quick and let people know that you're human. Hey, I'm taking a slower pace this week in an email, or you could just have like an out of office reply. That is oftentimes way better than just disappearing. I could go down all kinds of stories that have happened in my life, but when I sometimes work with contractors and they don't respond to me and they are not responding to me for like 2 or 3 days, it's frustrating as a business owner. And I'm their client. So imagine being a client and you're not getting a response from someone. You just want some response, some acknowledgement. And so just communicate honestly and effectively with people to know what's going on. And they understand if you have the human touch there, they will understand that you are going to get back to them in due time, just maybe not within 12 hours, right? The fourth thing is to find a business buddy. I always reach out to people here in town that I know are entrepreneurs and just be like, hey, do you want to go to lunch? I am in the trenches right now. I know you get it. I know you're not going to judge. Can you just hang out with me for a little bit? And I like to go to people who are business owners and moms because then I feel like I can just vent a little bit and then they can vent and we always just feel lighter and happier after our lunch. And if you can't meet up with someone in person, just send a voice note and kind of have like voice conversations back and forth, even on DMs. I've done it before. I just did it with actually an affiliate who is going through a tough pregnancy. And I was able to just like talk about my previous pregnancies and what I was doing as a business owner and how the confidence factor really changes in that season of life. And it was just beautiful because it was so much solidarity. And solidarity can really make all of that weight that you're feeling as a business owner a lot lighter. And then the last thing is allow yourself a lot of grace. This is probably the hardest one for me. It's probably the hardest one for you too. You cannot run at 100% when life has you at 23%. It's that give and take. And I do it a lot in my marriage too, where I just look at my husband and I'm like, I am running at 13% right now. I need you to pick up the other 87 because our kids deserve to have at least 100% or close to it of parenting, but we both can't give 100%. The same thing goes for business. Know that you can't always run at 100%, and it doesn't make you weak, it makes you human. So find help. Get help. And I don't mean a therapist. I have a therapist, go get a therapist, but like that's for personal stuff. I'm talking about team members or contractors or getting just like someone to lighten the load with business, because you cannot push forward. You cannot continue at the pace that you want to continue at by yourself if you're running at, that 23% that I was telling you. So I guess what I'm trying to say is if you're climbing up the mountain right now, which we all are each and every day, and your backpack though is feeling unbearably heavy, you are not alone. Other people are feeling the same thing. Life is just lifing lately, and I don't know what it is. But please, please, please reach out to someone. Please delegate a little bit more in business. Please go find someone that just brings you a little bit of joy and can lift that weight off your shoulders. Running a business is hard, even on the good days. And in my opinion, is downright brutal when life decides to pile crap on. So just the one thing that I ask for you to do is like look around your community. Are you in any Facebook groups? Do you have any like memberships that you're in? Did you go to a conference and meet up with a couple people that you could reach out to? There's so much beauty in the community of business owners and creatives and parents and just friends too. Like even your friends will get it, even if they're not business owners. I highly recommend like going to talk to a business owner when you're dealing with stuff like this with life and business, because a lot of times people don't get it if they're in W2 world. The message that Michelle was really trying to send to everyone is we are all proof that no one should be carrying that backpack up the mountain solo. We all need help. We all need a little bit of assistance. And I hope that you know this. It's not just you. It's hard. You are also 100% needed as a person and a business owner, even on the messy days. I want you to know that even on the messy days, please remember the work you are doing is worth it. So here is my little challenge to you this week. Go send a $5 coffee Venmo to somebody or a quick voice note to a business friend. Let them know that they're not climbing alone up the mountain of life and business alone. And that tiny gesture, if we all just do it and we all spread a little bit of love, it's probably going to be the reminder that gets that person that totally unexpectedly got this from you. It's going to help them get through the day. Okay. So go do that for me. Thank you for listening. I just encourage you to remind those around you that you're not alone. And I will catch you in the next episode. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's show. Be sure to visit thelegalpage.com for contract templates, blogs, and additional legal resources. If you found this episode helpful, please share it with a friend or on Instagram with your favorite takeaway, and make sure you tag me at The Legal Page. Sharing is one of the best ways you can support the show. And if you've been tuning in for a while and you are finding value in these episodes, it would mean the world to me if you popped over to Apple Podcasts or Spotify and left a rating and review. Hearing your feedback absolutely inspires me to continue creating podcast content. Lastly, you can join my free Facebook group at tlpfacebook.com, and this is where you'll get access to me, my legal team, and thousands of other entrepreneurs for unlimited business and legal Q&A. Until next time, my friend.